Welcome back to Factorio Seablock TSM, episode number 305. Last episode, we put in place the ability to build the dry dock assembly components. And if you recall from last episode, one of the requirements of, the assembly robots in particular is what we put in place. And one of the requirements of that is the speed module 3s and efficiency module 3s, of which we will need 50 per each one of these, and we need 2 of these, so that's 100 of each of those. So we're not going to get past this until we spend 100 of those expensive module 3s. Well, we're probably going to say, even though we're a third of the way through the first of these mammoth techs, we're not going to prioritize this until our infrastructure around our science has been fully built out. Now, that brings me to 2 things. What are we going to do this episode? Well, we're sticking with our policy of advancing our build towards completing all of our objectives, as well as dealing with a bottleneck. I'm actually going to finish off dealing with one issue related to last episode. 10, there you go. We're probably too late to catch anything exciting here. Yes, we're waiting on those again. But yes, we've completed all of these, so that's it as far as the dry docks go. And now we're waiting on the next one before we get to phase 3. Yes, so last time we dealt with copper, and we've dealt with copper fairly effectively even. This is up to 44,000 waiting for a train. The trains I don't think can get around fast enough anymore, as you can see there. So we need another train, but these ones... okay, so this one here is this guy. As you can see, Alfredus 55. Alfredus 55 is demanding, there you go, filling up. Actually, are these things running as fast as they could be? I could probably be going faster, but I guess that's not really the thing. So one of these is this, like this one here is the where the copper gets supplied to, and all these others are the catalysts, but they're never getting anything because this is gobbling it all up fast enough. But even though we've just supplied, we're still at 32,000 and waiting for another train, right? So what we're going to do is make another train. We're going to make, I think we're going to make an express train. I was thinking originally I'd just make another one of these, but I think I'm going to make a special express train and use some of... the TSM's prioritization features, so that the express train basically just goes backwards and forwards between the copper ore, the main copper ore supply, and the copper products smelting. But before we can get there, obviously I'm going to need one of those fancy trains, and I'll show you how we're going to do this in a moment. Because really what I'm trying to do is free up the ability for the little train to service the other parts, right? So locomotive 3, I want 2 of those. And not that one, I want the Mark 3, not the wagons, I want Mark 3 cargo wagon. Mark 3 cargo wagon. And I just need 2 of those as well. Oh, we've got no space for it actually. Okay, in that case, you can be 0, you can be 0. That'll give me some space. Right, Mark 3, Mark 3. Excellent. Now, okay, I think, if I remember correctly, we made a space here. Here you go. So this can be our copper. This can be a copper. May have to be a special copper. Yeah, it'll probably have to be a special copper. If I come in here and have a look at what we have in the way of copper ore, I actually have some specials. That's interesting. What does this one do? That just drops off 2k. Okay, I might be using that for one of the catalysts somewhere. But, no, we're going to... we are going to have... a new empty. So, it's basically going to be the same as that. Well, let me come up here first. Let me come up here and put down some more stations. That is the first thing we need to do. And what are we going to do to advance our SpaceX cause today? We're probably going to put in place something for blue science. Not military. Military's not really worthwhile. Oh, okay. Is this... No. We need to be over this way. So, before I get myself bowled over again... no, I just need to be a little bit mindful of the fact that that's actually being used. Just tidy it up a little bit. And down here, tidy that up as well. The only problem with putting this here is it is going to be a pretty busy train. One of these is probably the copper, right? There you go. So I'm going to copy these two. Put them there. Now, empty copper. I'm going to put an M after it for like mega. And this one is copper supply. That's also going to get an M for mega. So that way we can differentiate the stations, right? And then here's another thing that could just be filled in. There's no requirement for this. There. And another one, actually. I've come too far. I need to get over to here. So yeah, I really should... I have 6 of those, so maybe I should even do it right now. And these are pretty crappy, really, as well. Do you have... Yeah, you've got that connected to you. Oh, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered just for the moment. It's not urgent, because obviously we're not having trains lining up. But what I was thinking is just put a box here, and then instead of a long reach, we have one that just slowly feeds up the box, and then when a train comes in, we quickly unload into the train. Might be a little bit more effective. I just want to make sure that that kind of works. We might need to wait a little bit longer. Now these have a much larger capacity, right? So we're going to have to bear that in mind, but there's really only going to be one stop that's able to pick these up. So anyway, let's it's empty we're looking for. Actually, it's copper. I wonder if we can find this via copper. Yes, empty copper M. Circuit condition and copper supply M. Circuit condition. Okay, so fuel. That one's got 50. 50-50. That one's got 50-50. Okay, that's great. Let's jump on board. Go to that one. There you go. Refueling. Oh, multiple refueling vessels in motion. Now we're stuck. Okay, but that's fine. We know where we're going. Now, let's get back to the copper ore. What I want is the empty. We want a new. So it has to be copper, and I might just use a normal empty wagon, although maybe I should use Cargo Wagon Mark III. The thing that gets me with these is though there's no differentiation, right? So if I did a priority with that and one with that, they would actually be completely separate, but you'd never be able to tell the difference because these look exactly alike. It's a Bob issue, Bob's Mods, but we will use the Mark III anyway. Now this is basically pick up. Not in activity until full. We're basically looking for the empty copper. Must have come too far. Empty copper ore. Here you go. So empty copper M with priority, right? Or if you can't get that one, then just send that one. That's the intention of this particular one, right? And copper. Now, I need a mega copper, so this one is going to be copper ore. And I'm going to give it an M for mega. There you go. This one is basically the opposite of this one, right? So we're going to be filling up until, whoops. I should not jump up there then, should I? Copper M. Yeah, that's better. I've never seen that issue before. It obviously thought we were selecting this row, so yeah, okay. Never mind. So no inactivity until empty, and we are going to be looking for the copper supply mega. And if you can't get that, your second choice is that one. Not that one. Okay, let's throw that away and start again. Inactivity. So we're looking for the copper supply. copper supply M, and if not copper supply M, then copper supply specifically in that order. Copper supply, that one. That's better. Now just check that everything is the way it should be. It is. This is bad. Why is this so slow? I might just quickly check that as well. Okay, why are you having trouble, guys? You're trying to just go straight ahead. Why would you try to... Oh, this is bad here, isn't it? You should actually be one of those. Then you should have those. Then you do have those. Okay. And you... Why were you called greater than 16k? You obviously were not greater than 16k. Less than R. R seems to be having some difficulty. Maybe not. I am a little confused. I'm going to send you back to empty so you can fill up from somewhere else. You're not even producing an R signal, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyway, over here. So we have a requester which is currently saying use this one for picking up empty. Well, let's change this. We don't want that one. We want the empty mega, which is that one, right? And we have it on its way. So that's great. I need to change this as well, though. It's going to have to be 32,000. It's 41,000, so that's fine. Assuming the train can ever get down here. Then we want to come over to where we have the copper ore. And, or sorry, the copper processing, to be more accurate. That's another spot that needs a bit of a fix up. This is copper, right? So this one is going to be ordering P. Instead of copper, just picking up the basic train, we are going to be picking up the M for mega, right? M. Supply M. So if you understand the rules of how the priorities work, basically now we'll be picking up the fast, bigger train for these stops more, and this one may get a chance to service the other ones that are relying on catalysts. That's the idea. Okay, so the next thing that I would like to do quickly, before we start on our main task, I guess, for the episode, is how many of these have we got? 20. 20, that's nice. No more down here. Alright, but I want to take these 20 Remember, we need 100 of both of those. So we'll take these 20 all the way to the top of the base. Another little spot. Whoops, another little spot that is just annoying. And we'll come over to science and speed it up a bit, because even though this is ticking over quite well, look, it's 37 already, I'd like it to tick over even better. What have I got left? 12. So we're still missing quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. We're still missing 27. I mean, I could have used bigger beacons, I guess, and have them spread their power further. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Then I could cut down on the total number of beacons. So, for example, well, that one hits 4 already. That one only hits 2. But if I had used a level 3 beacon, I could hit 6. Right? And then I could get rid of that one. That one. And that one maybe. And they should still... No, you are actually not getting the speed. You two are not getting the speed you should be getting. How many effects sources are we trying to get? This one has all the effect sources it's supposed to get. So you're supposed to have 14, right? You have 13. I think these count as 1, and then you've got the 2 inside you. You have 14, so you're fine. You have 14, you're fine. Okay, so you are actually getting penalized. So maybe what we need is a level 3. Now you're up to 14. You're up to 14. You're actually at 15, okay. I could get rid of that one then. 14, oh, you're only on 10, yes, because you're missing down there. This is just to save me some beacons. Right. Some beacons. So you've got 14, 14, 14, 14. That's just a normal beacon, isn't it? I could make that one a level 3. And now you're 14. You're actually 15. Oh, yeah, you don't have everything counted yet, do you? So we could probably clear that one. What are you? 8. I should have a few extras of these now. 13, because that's not still covered. 14. Okay, so is there a way of getting rid of some more? I don't think you would cover these guys if I was to make you a level 3. And if I had another level 3 here, oh yeah, it does reach all of those. So we could... Oh, you're 15 again. You are 16. What are you? You're a beacon 3. You're 14. You're 15. And you're 16. 14. I'm never going to understand what I've done with this by the time I've finished this. I'm just trying to get this going to maximum capacity for less. You're only 9 and 9. See, maybe what I really should do is just have a row of 3s through the middle. What's that? That's just a normal beacon. Well, these 2 slots that hit everything should be 3s, right? You're actually 14 now. $14. Do we really need you? You're 14, but only because we have all of those. So you probably aren't needed if that's a 3, and this one's a 3 as well. So what have you got? 13. 13 because you don't have that one. Okay. 14. 15. 16. 15. 14. So maybe we get rid of you're still 15, you're still 15. Get rid of those 2. 14, 14, 14, 14. You're a lot short, but we have 4 more. What are you? 10. 8. 11. 12, 13, 14, 15. You're going to be 15. So we're going to want to get rid of that one and that one for some level of symmetry. And then you're 14. So probably could make this look better if I put a 2, like a 3 in there is okay, but a level 2 beacon would also hit all of those. Oh, I'm leaving stuff behind now. 14, 14, 9, because we're missing stuff at the bottom. What have I got that's garbage? I don't need wood. It's garbage. How did I end up with a whole lot of copper? That's garbage. So 14, 14. Very good. 14, 14, 14, 14. Okay, how many more of these have I got? 4. So you're still slightly short. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 of the 10 with their full capacity. 6 of the 10. So this will probably be running a little bit faster now. That's probably as good as I can make it for now. I have too many beacons on me. That's saying get 12. I don't need 12. Let's make that go back to 10. That will give me some more space. Okay, so yes, let's look at science briefly. These are the mammoth sciences. If you look here, these ones here, like 12k, 60 seconds. Hang on, how many k is that? 12k, yep. 12k, 24k, 14k. In comparison to the earlier sciences, that's a lot, but in comparison to 200, 200, 200, 200, 200, 200, actually that's interesting. D1, D2, those should probably all be I guess it's fine. Anyway, they're all 200 and the final one here is 200. But if you notice, there is no military science, the grey one, in any of these, including that final one. So what we need is blue as the next priority, then pink, purple, yellow, and obviously boost our launches with satellites enough to get that. We do need a little bit of military up here, but not much. That one there is actually all we have left. So I won't even build fast military. What I might do is, we need 12k and we are 20% in. We need about another 9,600 roughly. So I may get the old base to make 9,600. And then I'll just card it up there. That's probably the way we're going to go as far as that's concerned. But yes, blue science then. Blue science time. So, blue science is a bit of a pain. Blue science is a bit of a pain. We need the sulfur light source. And we need a femto laser. So that was added. And it doesn't make any sense to me because it's the only one of these that goes back and uses products from before. Because you had so much fun with them, right? Not really. So, yeah, the femto light source, or sulfur light source. The femto laser array, which is that. What do you use this for? Atomic sensors array. So we need some nitrogen for that. That's right, we needed that in the labs, didn't we? I wasn't particularly happy to see that. Or something of that nature. Anyway, so, I mean, those two are fine. Then we get this thing, the femto laser. Actually, is it blue that has a problem? Maybe it's not blue. I thought blue needed... whatchamacallit? Needed, like, oil. I thought blue needed oil. Oh, that's... Okay, hang on. Laser flash fuel. Okay, so here we go. Naphtha and fuel oil. Oh, and you need methane gas in here as well, huh? Yeah, so we do need the... We're going to need a lot of it as well. Flash fuel. We need one. Okay. So we need 10 naphtha and 10 fuel oil to get to 1 blue. So yes, we do need that. And we also need methane gas. Okay, what I might try to do is see if this planner can give us our 300 blue science per minute. I'm adding one. I still don't really know how to use this properly, so if you're an expert and I'm doing everything wrong, apologies in advance, but I'm not. Not by second, by a minute, thanks. Yeah, let's do this bit again. 300. Okay. So I have no idea why this keeps getting added in. But anyway, we want that, that, and that. So far, that's okay. Let's fix these first of all. Advanced chemical plant 1. Why would we use that if we can use a normal chemical plant? Yes, the normal chemical plant can make this stuff. Why would you use the advanced one? It's just slower. And these ones can be these ones, and these ones can be these ones as well. So that gets the number of machines down to something more reasonable. We're still not there though, because we need a way of making those. We need a way of making those. That's just glass. Sulfur dioxide gas. We don't actually... I'm going to have to make that. Whoops. Oh, we've got multiple recipes. Yeah, that's not going to be the one. Sulfur dioxide from calcium sulfate. We're probably just going to do that. I would have thought. Sulfur dioxide. Okay, so then we need this one. We've got... Oh, we actually have two choices. Oh, we've got two choices. I see. So if I had tons of methane, I could use that instead. Or I can use the naphtha and the fuel oil. What's easier for me to make? That's a choice and a half, isn't it? Alright, what does this one need? That's fine. Can we make this bigger? No. And this one... Nitrogen I can just ship in. Can just ship in, 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 but we're going to need quite a lot of it. Now we get down to another thing that we need to make. Okay. Can just ship in, can just ship in. Now we don't need to... I mean, we're not going to ship in that, but I'm not going to put it in here. I'm not going to put those in here. Copper, glass, gold. Glass, lead. So that just leaves us this one. I don't think I have a ton of methane floating around at the moment. Let me Let me just have a look at this methane. Methane gas. Well, in a way, we could potentially do this twice, couldn't we? Because we were going to be generating methane from some of the petroleum residuals. But I think I would rather choose that one as our example. Alright, so let's just keep going down here. Oh, hang on. If we can use that one, we'll use that one. Nice, we're down to one machine. This one is Advanced Chem Plant 1. Well, again, we're going to go for the Chem Plant 4. You can be that one. You can be that one. You can be the electronics machine. That one. Advanced Chem Plant 1 can be a Chem Plant 4. And that is everything. Okay. We can put you guys in there, so we will do that. That probably slows everything down a lot. 42. Yes, it does. We're hoping to see if we beacon it up with, I mean, they all, whichever one of these we choose doesn't really matter. It's just, we're going to have beacons. We're going to assume we can get 8, and we can use these if we need to. That still needs 2, which is fine. We can handle 2. Maybe I'll check if 12, sorry about that, I just knocked my mic, if 12 would cut it down to 1. It does actually, because I can probably get 12 around that. Okay, that's good. So this one here, cannot use these, of course not. Okay, we want to get this down to 1 machine if at all possible. 4 module slots. Two machines. It's probably going to get some spill from here, so if I said like 4, we're down to 1 machine. That probably means that I could reduce this to, yeah. Yeah, the spill that we'll get from this will push this to a speed 1. So now the little femto laser guys also can't use these, but you know, you could potentially put up to 6 of these in there if you really wanted to, and you easily get to 1. So you probably don't need these guys. You could probably put just 6 of those guys in there. Not quite, but I'd imagine you'd get like spill here as well. Is that saying there's just 4 beacons? No, we've put 12 in there, so I don't actually quite get that. Not sure what these numbers are doing. You've got 4. You'd probably have 4 effect sources here as well, which easily gets you down to 1. This one, again, can't use these. We're already at 2. You'd probably also have spill, which gets you to 1. We've got 1 here already with nothing. This one, can't use these. We're at 1 already. We're at 1. We also have, we're also going to start getting the garbage, right? So there was no garbage with those two. It starts coming in. It starts coming in when you do blue. Or at least military was probably the first one. Why am I... It's just so much easier if I can make everything just 1. That's why I'm keen to get just 1. See, this one here... Naphtha. What are our options? That's 50. So we need to get the fuel oil up to the same as the naphtha. There'll be an equation here that could be solved for this. I don't know if this product can do it, but obviously there's a certain percentage of, well, either, 50 plus 50 and 30, and 10 and 30, or even going there, that result in an even amount of naphtha. It sort of seems unlikely that adding hydrogen is such a good idea. So 50 plus 30, there's actually a gap of exactly 10. So one of those and one of those equals the right amount, right? Because that's 60 of each. So if you did those two formulas, you then also have, well, you can't do that one unless you have enough residual gas from the oil residuals or from something else. So it probably doesn't work out quite as you're hoping. Oil residuals. How much would we get from oil residuals? Oil residuals usage. You can make residual gas. 10 makes 100. Okay, 10 makes 100. So you need 40. 10 makes 100. So that would be 10 lots of that. No, it would be 5 lots of that. Plus 5 lots of that. Need 200, which doesn't work. Because you've only made 100. Okay, how many recipes do we have for fuel oil? We have these basic 3. That's no good. And then you also have this thing that you can top it up with. Vegetable oil. Nutrient pulp, which I can't make enough of anyway. Okay, so we may not be able to do these in balance. I think that's what we're getting to. We could do 10 of those, giving us 300 fuel oil, 500 naphtha, 10 oil residuals, then the 10 oil residuals give us 100 residual gas, which only give you 2.5 lots of that. So we've used 10 and we've only got 2.5 of those, although you get sort of, you know, another 2.5. So the math starts getting very confusing. And in the process of getting all of that, you're going to get some other stuff. Base mineral oil cannot be, or can be turned into naphtha. But you can't go from naphtha to fuel oil, as far as I could see. Residual gas. So we can get that. I can always get methane if we wanted to. You can get synthesis gas. Can make more lubricant. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the base mineral oil that I get off this. Liquid fuel. What can we? Oh, you can use that in the liquid boilers, and that's kind of it, really. Okay, so all we've done is a bit of blue planning. I haven't adjusted this machine yet, have I? Chem plant 4, that is chem plant 4. Okay, so we haven't actually gone down the track of 1745 naphtha. That actually is not a lot. Getting 1745 of this might be a little bit more difficult. If I chose that one, what's it actually going to tell me? We're making a heap more naphtha. And what's this? Oil refinery. We'd be using 4s. I don't actually care how many of these I need, but then it's this stuff that we need to make, and this is probably too high. Yeah, multi-phased oil and gas separator 4 perhaps. We still need 2 apparently. Multi-phased oil. Just going to need this stuff. Growing blue cellulose fiber. Or converting it into that. No, not those. 5, oh, hang on. Oil and gas separator 4. 5 of those. Growing all of this is going to... What? Oh, sulfuric wastewater. Yes, that's right. We need sulfuric wastewater. Algae farm 3s. 19. Okay. Eight. With speed module 3s in it. Okay. Okay, so this needs to be its own build. That's clearly what we've got to. 8 of those is not too bad. We should be able to fit all of that in, along with processing of some of the extraneous things that we end up with, like raw gas and so on. We might be able to lower some of that a little bit. How are we doing for time? We have a tiny bit of time, so how's this doing? 42%. That's not actually too bad. Where am I going to put these things? I have this space down here, which, you know, it sort of makes some sort of sense, wouldn't it? It's a long way away from here, which would be blue science, actually. We should edit this. Add a tag. Green science. Whoops, it'd be nice if you could edit these things, right? Green science with a green science thingy. This one here. I mean, you can edit what's written here, but you can't edit where they sit on the screen. That's what I meant. So that's blue science now. So actually, no, that doesn't extend far enough. Maybe that's a good thing. I should probably create another one of those over here so that we can fill out this one and the next science. And work out where we're going to do this oil and gas stuff. Here would be closer. So maybe that's the place I need to aim for. Some of that's not even filled out completely. Okay, let's head there. Oh, a couple of things I want to check. Let's first of all, since we put these in place at the beginning of the episode, we need to check copper. That one is the please supply me, isn't it? And these haven't been answered. Okay. I guess that's fair. Let me have a look what's going on here. You're at 25k, so you're completely drained. That's what's going on. We had this issue before, didn't we? Although we've got these guys running around. Cargo wagon? They're getting shredded really fast. $27k. So does that mean copper is completely out? No, it doesn't mean copper's completely out. It actually means, if we're looking at copper products, that one's fine. That one is ready for pickup, and the ingots are fine. So copper is actually fine right at this second. I hope that means red circuits is running. It is. It's going to need plastic very soon. Just a moment. Continuing. Okay. Sorry, I was just on the phone, so I've kind of semi-forgot what I was doing. I think I was running down to here to... because I don't think... Like, there's plenty of room to expand this if we need to. So I don't think we're going to need to worry about that. So building something next to it should be fine. That's kind of where I'm getting to, I think. Oh, no, we need to come down. Green and red circuits, on the other hand, that's not a guarantee. How are you doing? 45. Okay, that's good. And I stop you at 64 now. Alright. So I think this here is the one. We certainly don't need this sort of stuff. And I should move these somewhere more useful than just here. So that goes down. So if it was around that way, it would actually work, wouldn't it? Yes. Let's just go to map mode and check. So we have this zone here already, which is served by this guy down here, but it only goes halfway up. So actually, I don't necessarily need another stop. I just need one of these to go there. And now, yes, that would give me a construction zone over all of this. So then we can go, no, turn off. Looks like there's some useful things just over there as well. And now obviously, since we've only just painted this, we're not actually going to make any practical progress into blue science this time. So does that, I guess in a way that means I've kind of failed my plan, but in a way that's okay, I think. Stanizoc 19. Where are you? You're going to pop in 3 minutes anyway. I'm just going to leave you to pop in your own good time. So faster than light theory A is now at 43%. That's it's almost halfway done, one of the mammoth sciences. So you've got to be pretty happy with that. This here needs some modules. We're not going quite fast enough there, so let's have a quick peek at module production. Are we getting any more? Actually, we have had one. I don't know why you're not getting any. You've got 400 sitting in there. None of these things have come through because okay, something has completely stopped over here. That's not the crystal slurry. You've got 31. You're full of... Okay, so red is causing a problem at this point. Okay, we need to free up that stuff so it can continue. Otherwise, we can't build the stuff that we need. Wow, look at this congestion. Okay, do you actually have enough to fill this guy this time? No. Why are you being called so early then? Trains on the way is less than R. R is being generated only if you're greater than 16k, which should be correct, but you have hardly any. There must be wiring issues here. I think R is just connecting here directly. Let me see what happens if I go... There's no R. Alright, just go back to empty. And that interrupted everything I was doing. I've now completely forgotten what I was going to do. I think because I have been distracted so much by that call that we're just going to have to leave it here. This will build out. It will get enough resources very shortly in the next... it's already got it. There you go. 14,000, which we'll have no trouble delivering to, based on the fact that there's 331,000 sitting in there. So let's have a really quick peek at blue circuits, see why they're not happening. It's because of red circuits, but red circuits is running. There's nothing... no, red circuits actually... Yeah, actually red circuits... So red circuits is running, it's just... It's not unloading fast enough. We're going to have to find a way to force red circuits to unload faster. Anyway, we'll do that next episode. So thanks for joining me for this one. Look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye for now.